Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
It's always concerning. I mean, people choose to live in places throughout the city where they look at the schools and they want to be in those neighborhood schools.
Tough decisions on the way for Fargo Public Schools.
Overcrowding at several locations is expected within the next few years, and that means some students may end up at schools they didn't expect.
Valley News Team's Veronica Marshall spoke with the superintendent about the district's plan. Veronica, what did he have to say?
Superintendent Schatz said typically districts will either build new facilities to address overcrowding or they will consider a boundary line shift, which means students will be sent to different schools to balance out attendance. At this point, Schatz says Fargo is not looking to build any new facilities, but parents I spoke to say the other option of busing kids around the city isn't fair, which is a reaction Schatz is ready for.
The fact is that if it's an overcrowded school, you have to do something. And so it's very difficult. It's difficult for families, it's difficult for school boards, and it's difficult for the schools to make those decisions. But we have to be responsible in what we do. And so we do the best we can to minimize that impact. But again, it's inevitable when you have a growing school district.
Schatz says serious discussions about the overcrowding should start this spring and adds input from parents and community members will be considered before any boundary changes are made. Veronica Marshall, Valley News Live.
All right, thank you, Veronica. You can find out more information about overcrowding and the district's long-term plans on our website, valleynewslive.com.
Despite assurance from authorities, a woman from Mahnomen says she's terrified for her life and the lives of her children. She says she's been stalked and harassed by the same man for nearly 4 years. Jasmine Leslie says it all started a couple of years ago when she was working at a casino. She says her stalker, John Cannon, worked at the casino too, but they never spoke. One day, Leslie's sister showed her some messages she said came from Cannon, and now she's terrified to leave the house.
He's messaged me, called me an ugly and told me he was going to kill me, and they just told me there wasn't anything they can do about it. Until he physically approached me.
Leslie adds that Cannon was arrested and medically evaluated. A harassment restraining order was issued. After more threatening posts, Cannon was once again arrested, but due to a lack of information, he was sent home. The Mahnomen County Sheriff says the case is still under investigation, adding that they are doing what they can to ensure Leslie is safe.
Sure nice to see our wave of warmer than average temperatures, especially for late January. Hutch, we're hoping there's no slowdown.
No, and in fact, temperatures are about the same as they were earlier this evening when we last spoke. Those clouds really blanketing in what warmth we did have today. Temperatures reached the mid-20s across much of the Central Valley. Those clouds are lingering even longer than I anticipated, and thanks to that, I think we're going to be a little milder again during the overnight hours. Last night, we dipped down to around 20. We're going to stay pretty close to 20 degrees for much of the overnight. If we can get some partial clearing by morning, we'll dip into the mid to upper teens for most of us to start our midweek day. Now, we do have warmer weather as we close out the work week. I'll tell you how warm we get, and we'll update you on a weekend chance of snow here in just a few moments.
Okay, thank you, Hutch. And make sure you have the Valley News Live Storm Team weather app so that you can keep up with the weather anytime, anywhere. You'll get the latest forecasts and conditions so that you can plan your day. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store and download it for free. Police in Grand Forks have released surveillance footage of a man they believe is connected to an unauthorized use of a credit card. The incident happened at the Flying J on 32nd Avenue South on December 9th of last year. If you have any information on this man, call Grand Forks Police at 787-8000.
We're following a developing story for you tonight out of Richland County surrounding sexual assault allegations against upperclassmen at the Richland 44 High School. Parents contacted our whistleblower hotline saying that they were alleged ambushes by upperclassmen on 7th and 8th graders in the school. The lights are supposedly turned off and the victim is held down and violated. Our whistleblower says the school has suspended 5 students in connection with the incident. Parents also tell us the athletic director, principal, and superintendent held a meeting with all the boys at the school last Thursday. Yesterday, 30 parents showed up at the principal's office demanding answers. And today, the superintendent sent an email to parents saying the Richland County Sheriff is investigating. We're told that 3 students, potentially victims, were interviewed yesterday at an advocacy center, and interviews are expected to continue tomorrow. We have much more on this story posted on our website at valleynewslive.com. And as I said, this story came to us through our whistleblower hotline. If you need help with a serious issue in your community, call 701-237-6576 and leave your tip. We'll do our best to get to the bottom of it.
25 years in prison, that's the sentence for a man charged with shooting at law enforcement, leading them on a high-speed chase and stealing several vehicles, including one with a baby inside. Last February, 24-year-old Daniel Two Hearts of Fort Totten took off when authorities tried stopping him on I-29 near Grand Forks. Law enforcement used spikes to stop the truck near Hillsboro, and that's when police say Two Hearts got out and fired 3 shots from a 9mm handgun. Officers were not hit, and Two Hearts got away. About an hour later, he stole a vehicle in Hillsboro with a baby inside. The baby was rescued unhurt, and Two Hearts would later shoot and wound himself in the chest in a standoff in Devil's Lake.
A wonderful scene today at Lake Park Audubon Elementary School. Senior Master Sergeant Travis Showers surprised his 2 oldest daughters. He was greeted, as you can see, with hugs, smiles, and a tear or two after returning from a 6-month deployment to Southwest Asia. Showers, a member of the Happy Hooligans. Unit members were sent there to provide firefighting support at their deployed location. And prior to the stop at the school, Travis was met at the airport by his wife and their youngest daughter. 8 members of the 119th returned to Fargo today.
Oh, it's nice to see that.
And it's great to see that the students walk by and each of them handshake with Travis. That's great.
Exactly, yeah. Later on Valley News Live at 10, another school shooting. What we know about the motive for a student to fire on others.
Up next, the home of the Vikings is taking on a different look, one that's fit for the Super Bowl.